Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Capricorns. Even if you have a stellium of Capricorn in your chart, thank you so much for joining me on this video. That is awesome. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm going to be doing an entire reading for the year of 2020 for you, Capricorn. And we're going to be looking at how each month and the total year is going to go. And then after that, we're going to be looking at a past life oracle card for you. So I sincerely hope that this reading does you very well and gives you much luck and prosperity in the year ahead, of course. Divine guides, ascended masters, cosmic consciousness, Akashic records, spirit guides. What can you tell us for Capricorn in the year of 2020? What can we learn for Capricorn's best benefit? Highest self. It's much healing, much love. What can we learn for Capricorn this year? Ask the divine ascended masters of the universe to please bless this reading and let us know what would be to Capricorn's absolute best benefit. All right. For the month currently, I see you in a very stable situation, Capricorn. We have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. And that involves this couple, and they are hanging out at their house there. And so, a very domestic situation this month, very stable. This speaks of um, a positive working together, coordination, um, celebration, possible romance, harmony, prosperity, and satisfaction. Well, what I just say. So in February, we do have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, and this couple is both walking off into the sunset together, as well as um, toasting one another. Now, this Two of Cups came up reversed, so I am expecting for there to be some relationship working out, some working on the relationship. Um, it speaks of possible misunderstanding and some perhaps love language which is miscommunicated. For example, you work really hard and you provide a lot. I have my Venus in Capricorn on the 20th degree of Capricorn, where all that conjunction is going on right now. So I feel you. But you work really hard, you provide, you do a lot of extra stuff, Capricorn, and some people don't speak the same love language for them. It's perhaps being impetuous and fiery and a bunch of other stuff. And if there isn't a lot of drama, then there isn't really a relationship going on. Who knows? But this certainly speaks of like maybe it's good to head it off at the pass and plan a romantic retreat for February. Now in March, we're looking at the Four of Cups. Here is the Four of Cups, and this woman she is manifesting. She is manifesting this additional cup, and this she has a dream catcher above her, and these Four of Cups is stable emotion. She is content under her tree there. And this speaks of whatever happened in February. It will either work itself out or you will feel much better by March. So I hope that is some healing to you. It speaks, the Four of Cups speaks of boredom and ignoring opportunity, some dissatisfaction, and the need to reevaluate. So it might speak of possibly deciding to part ways in that relationship in order to pursue something new, in order to reevaluate and getting to know your inner self and your own desires first. Um, and then April, let's see. This is the third, Three of Cups. Three of Cups. And that is a great celebration. However, it is in reverse. This celebration and this being with friends in April. This is may point to a time to be alone and reevaluate things in a major way. Possibly going off and taking a trip by oneself. This speaks of like somebody just took you for granted. They were excessively self indulgent, and there was a lack of appreciation. So you're going to take your whole show and take it somewhere else to somebody who appreciates this. Whatever you've been providing. Now, this could be not a romantic relationship, but rather a work scenario. Also, while you're doing home things in January, it's in February that you really get back to the grindstone and stuff forces you into this self-created Fourth of Cups in the March, which makes you work very hard and ignore your social life, and then that turns into the transition card. The transition card right here, which in the traditional deck is death. In this one, it is metamorphosis. A total transition from one state to another, from the material to the spiritual, from the 3D to the 5D. This is a significant total change and shift in May. So whatever is being embarked upon, that is being worked so hard on in April, definitely pans out by May into a huge shift. This suggests complete change, have faith, go with the flow of sudden change. You have the inner fortitude to deal with new situations. So something new is coming for you, Capricorn, in May. Total shift. And so for June, we have a Queen of Pentacles card, which is very creative very speaks of good money, speaks of a young industry like starting a store or an online presence, these sorts of newer endeavors that bring you peace and um, prosperity. Now, this Queen of Pentacles, she is usually a very talented and rich person, and she appeared in the reverse. So a very distrustful, insecure person, possible neglected responsibilities, some pretense, some suspicion. So just this probably is not you, Capricorn, but this is someone who is in your immediate environment, who for maybe an unknown reason on their part is not um, trusting and not forthcoming in terms of information and so forth. This would sound like somebody who maybe you have a contract with someone and um, there is they are very vague on the details they give, the stipulations they give for said contract, and then they're like, "Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted at all." And communication is kind of botched there. So this person is suspicious, and they don't need to be, but they're in your environment. And then this is really positive, though. In July, you have this amazing Eight of Pentacles, and this shows tremendous hard work on your part, Capricorn. Tremendous skill, an apprenticeship, a new level of attainment for your craft. So whatever this was in June, this in July says that you you certainly come through with what you promise, and you are highly rewarded, highly scaled for it. It suggests an apprenticeship, conservative investments, modest gain, craftsmanship, industriousness, and savings. So it's some really good stuff by July. True prosperity. And this leads to the Six of Pentacles, which is a tremendous amount of choice. These two people are exchanging vows and exchanging these pentacles between each other. And it's a sacred exchange that they're going and doing with one another. This backs up that Eight of Pentacles really nicely. And the Six of Pentacles suggests generosity, gift, gratification, material gain, patronage, and philanthropy. So, my feeling is that in May, there's going to be a huge proposal, something you've worked hard for from April. And then by June, you have to go through some sort of gauntlet to get this plan proposal uh, paperwork through. But once you do that, it's all a green light in July, and you can work very hard. And by August, we're talking about a great amount of abundance. So you're really pulling that entire plan off successfully. Now, by September, we have the Five of Cups, and this is a range of choices of emotion, an entire range. This man is looking at all of these five cups arranged on these stones in the moonlight by the mountain. Um, could be a man, could be a woman. They're in a cloak. We just don't know. But they are barefoot on a rock, and it looks cold in the desert landscape there. So this Five of Cups speaks of like ultimate emotional choices, and it says an incomplete partnership, an inner turmoil, a loss, a superficial relationship, worry and regret. Oh my goodness. Well, I think that in September it does speak of a superficial loss, not a devastating one. And because we have this in August, these Six of Pentacles, exchange of gifts, significant things, I'm feeling that this Five of Cups is a very naked emotion for you, a very bonding energy, and a lot of choice in how you progress that emotional bond that you found yourself in. Now, we have Seven of Swords above that. And the Seven of Swords speaks of an adventurer who is traveling out on the high seas there with the seabirds, and definitely a lot of gathering of knowledge, a lot of adventuring type energy. So this loneliness um, that occurs in September, I think it has something to do with displacement, like you are sent away for work, or the other person is parted for work or deployment or something. And so this person gets to travel, though, the next month. You will be traveling to uh, places you have never been. Change of job or residence, confidence, endeavor, hope, perseverance. So if you are parted from a loved one by distance, you will see them by October, um, even if you must be apart in September. Now, in November, we have the King of Cups. This is a huge amount of emotional abundance. A totem of a bear, and a very entrepreneurial, masculine captain of industry type spirit, with the blue forget me nots around him. Um, this is a very generous, nurturing male energy. Very, very gracious. And he says, oh, I'm getting chills. And he says, ambitious, aesthetic, artistic, businessman, lawyer, scientist, considerate, creative, educated, kind, professional, religious, responsible. Hmm. By November. So I'm thinking takes one to know one is probably both describing you as well as the person who you will definitely know and become more involved with, or take it to a next level with by November. And then December is marvelous. This whole reading, we've had a lot of movement for you, Capricorn, for such a steady earth sign, such a fixed earth sign. Here's Capricorn, or Chariot. Chariot for you, Capricorn. Now this lady, she carries you through obstacles, much like the Lord Ganesh. She will send you traveling, possibly to visit someone attached with the King of Cups energy. Um, Now, of course, we're talking about various genders and their energies. Understanding that everyone is a binary and that these and somewhere on the scale between, and that these energies are masculine or feminine regardless of physical gender. Um, the chariot is victorious. She advances and she says, it means control, victory, continued effort brings triumph, overcoming life's adversities. The charioteer is victorious through exercising self discipline. Wow, what a triumphant year for you, Capricorn. It ends so well. By your next birthday, you are an entire league, an entire chapter ahead. This is your tour guide taking you to new ventures and new horizons. So let's see what your past life is saying about the messages in this year. If you don't believe in past lives, it could be early childhood. Mm. And just like we were talking about travel, change, movement of job, movement of house, your card is Native American. That is your past life meditation for this year, Capricorn. A beautiful, beautiful card with the TP. And let's see what Native American says. This card signifies that you had an important past life as a Native American, which is connected to your current journey in this life. If you've been drawn to Native American artifacts, cultures, and spiritualities, this is because they are familiar to your soul. Studying Native American teachings can help you awaken ancient memories and knowledge that you already have stored within you. This card can also signify indigenous cultures from other countries as well. Perhaps you have some hidden anger or pain because of a battle or loss during your time as an indigenous person. As with other past life traumas, a session with a qualified regressionist can help you heal this old energy. In this way, you can retain the lessons and love from that lifetime and release painful blocks. I sincerely recommend listening to music as well as there are a number of wonderful past life regression hypnotherapy videos on YouTube. Just don't listen to them while driving, of course, but they all say that. So I think that during this year, Capricorn, if you ever get stressed out or you're ever having a difficulty, you should go camping. You should go and hang out, just walk through a park. Just be outdoors and you will feel so much better. But particularly getting out into some beautiful area for an overnight stay. That may be just the thing for you, Capricorn. And take someone you're feeling close to and get to know them in that still environment. And I sincerely hope that this entire reading has totally helped you. That the wonderful greenery of spring and the fertile, lush environment of The beauty of nature fills your soul with comfort and love. This has been such an honor and a deep privilege to read for you, Capricorn, and thank you so much for tuning in with me. It's truly wonderful. So many blessings to you, and I wish you a very lucky and very prosperous year of 2020, Capricorn. Take care, and thank you so much from Mystic Ashram. Signing off.